Welcome, we are Canonymous, keeping an eye on Canadian domestic and foreign affairs. Today, what the hell is wrong with black people? I'm kidding. I should preface this video with saying that I am black. I know I'm currently wearing whiteface, but I'm black. Now, in 2021, the Ford government introduced a standard math test as part of an effort to improve student scores on standardized math tests. Sounds like a good idea. It's not to get people fired, or in this case, I guess not hired, but simply to keep people up to date, or at least to the standards of the students they teach. It's only given to new students, so existing teachers don't really have to worry about it, though I do think it should be given out to existing teachers too. Anyways, of course, there's a bigger, further issue, otherwise I wouldn't be making a video about it. Results from the tests up to July of 2021 showed significant disparities in success rates of standardized testing based on race, specifically black and indigenous people, not doing as well, with white teachers doing way better or having a much higher passing rate. The test was going to be struck down. In fact, I think it was struck down off the initial summaries or the initial look at the statistics, finding that because it had such a disproportionate impact on racialized teachers, it infringed on equality provisions in the charter, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Turns out that minority candidates are just as good as passing as anybody else. The Ontario government fought that ruling, and eventually the appeals court sided with the province. Looks like somebody in the Ford government has some brains. But this was when looking at the test rates for the entire year. Then that gap got much, much smaller. On top of that, they were able to rewrite the test, which that in itself, I don't really have much of an issue with. I do have some issues, but it's not because of the rewriting part. I actually don't have any issue with that. I think you can take it a few times and that should be okay, but the amount that they allow, I think in this case is ridiculous, because apparently it's unlimited. You can just do it again and again and again until you're old and gray and dying. I'm in the camp of deux, trois. That's it. Third time's a charm. Now, this brings me to the real issue. They were willing to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Meet Richard Naylad. He did not pass the test on 2 occasions. Now, he has a master's and a bachelor's degree from his native country of Cameroon, and did another master's degree in Norway before coming to Canada in 2018. Now, you would think he should have very little issues passing a test like this, yet he still failed twice. The test has 50 mathematical questions and 21 questions about math pedagogy. The applicants have to score 70% on both sides to pass the test. Now, Richard said he had no problem with the mathematics content questions. Where he didn't succeed was on the pedagogy portion. Pedagogy is the method and practice of teaching, especially as an academic subject or theoretical concept. A lot of places, news articles, etc. frame this as an inability to meet math standards when it was actually about teaching methods, which indeed can vary a bit from country to country, and I still think it's something that you should get right if you're going to be teaching in that native country. You know, as I've heard, Asian methods in terms of mathematics can differ from American ones as well, so I can understand where, the methods can get a little bit lost there. But as Richard said, the mathematics part is all about logic. The pedagogical part is a lot of memory work. Regardless, you simply need to adjust to the American way of teaching. That doesn't make it racist to have the test. But beside that, what a waste of time and taxpayer money. And get this, the lawyer fighting for this test to be abolished said this was a terrible decision. It's like, alright buddy, you're still getting paid, chill, you don't have to you know what I mean? But whatever, lawyers are lawyers. Now, I'll be honest, I hate hearing stuff like this. I can understand if you were helping out, in certain situations that call for it. But letting your standards drop just hurts everybody. It doesn't help anybody. You know what I mean? You want the best of the best teaching your kids so they can become the best of the best. And worst of all, making it seem like black people need to be babied at every step of the way is truly the most insulting thing ever. So according to the data before the divisional court struck down the test, in that small period of time that they took in, they saw significant disparities in the success rate of black candidates at 70% and indigenous candidates at 71%, as opposed to East Southeast Asian candidates at 92 and white candidates at 91. So, based on that, they decide, hey, this test is discriminatory and we're going to strike it down. But when they took in everything at the end of 2021 so that, they won the entire year and not half of it to make your decision, and also taking into consideration the people who redid them, they saw that 93% of the candidates from the racialized group did just fine. And besides, it's math. It's math though. Like, it's math. If you were saying in order for you to become a teacher, you had to be a high-skilled curling player or some sort of crochet master, then yeah, I could see how that's not favorable to black people. I don't know the last time I ever saw a black person on a horse. I don't even know if that's even possible. But it's math. You can't racialize math unless you just don't allow a specific group of people to study it. Or, you know what, it might be the fact that white people have made up new math and we're still using the old math and the rest of us aren't aware of the new math that white people came up with. That must be it. Dumbest waste of taxpayers' dollars I have ever seen. Nope, sorry, that's just what I've seen probably this month. Trudeau will definitely do something else next month. Now, this was technically in November of last year, but anyways, still stupid. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more.